I hope you guys are still there. I'm sorry. My OBS freaked out. I did not realize that it crashed on me. I do apologize, guys. Yeah, like, I hope you're all still there. I really do. I don't know why it keeps doing this. I was chatting away as well, and I was in, like, proper conversation. If you guys are still there, can you please let me know? I suppose it happened when I was right in the middle of conversation and not playing the game, but... Let's do this. My apologies, everybody. Sorry about that. Guys, if you can see the stream and you're still here, please let me know. Pretty please. OBS needs to get the shit together. Like, I am having so many issues with it at the minute, like, it's not even funny. Anyway, I suppose I'll go back to the game then. I mean, I was having a proper conversation there as well, and just... Wonderful. See, this is why I have to have it up, like... Sorry about that, everyone. Like, my the stuff showing that people in the chat as well is on my side just isn't working. It's weird on Twitch's end. Yeah, I guess I'll go back to playing the game then, and we can chat more when everyone next time I see people. That's annoyed me. Just the icing on the cake to do that. Right when I'm talking about something important as well, like... I'm sorry, everyone. Evasion rating, okay, so for this we need life. We need a high life and fire roll. Can we force this? I think we can. Essences. Armor 30 to 39 life. If we put that on, is it gonna freak out? Let's see, that's just 37, that's not bad. And a little bit less there. Two shit rolls there. Life regen's not bad, but Thorns damages on that isn't bad. Normally that's a bad mod for us though, but... And then there's a cold and life one there as well. Do we have more of those? Wait, why are you there? Shrimp. You should be there. Oh, that's right. You guys don't do that, do you? There we go. And there I was, saying the universe is giving me some consolidations. I had to jinx myself, didn't I? Wonderful, Kyle. Wonderful. Well done. So if we change this, we're gonna need fire and cold. Oh, and we'll go under 1,000 before we use the runes. You know what? I initially thought that was going to be good, but for the game we're only getting like 2% on there, and that's not worth it. We won't vendor this though. We will keep this for another build, which we can put down here on this side. Yeah, we do have this though. In this, we need to do this. That's strange. Normally I see people say like whenever there's an issue with it, it pops up straight away, but I was looking at my thing and it was just freaked out and it wasn't there. Hi, Lou. Thank you for coming back, my friend. When did it cut out for you? Like, what was the last thing I was saying? Because I was mid-conversation and it was a deep, important one as well, and I didn't realize until I looked over and I didn't even realize I was frozen. I just looked over and seen like it didn't say I was live, and then I was like, hold on a second, why am I offline? Like, and I went for a good couple of minutes because the conversation was like, you know, it was an important thing, which was why I brought it up on the bigger screen. But yeah, so I do apologize for it dropping. I do, and I appreciate you coming back in. So thank you for that. Yes, you were talking about the meds. The very last thing I heard was a stir and time music. Like, what part specifically of the meds was I talking about? And if anybody would prefer me not to talk about it, I get it. Like, let me know and I'll stop. It was just something that's really important and it's on my mind today, and just with everything else. And I was just like, you know what, I'm going to talk about it because I don't normally open up about it, and I'm just, yeah. And I do need to just like do that a bit today, I feel. So, but at the same time, I'm trying not to be preachy. I don't know if that's coming across. We did, I don't know if you've seen what we did. Just we spent a couple of exalts and we got this top to be that. The life roll's not, and in essence, the life roll, evasion's nice, but the life roll isn't high enough for us to justify switching it out with what we have because it doesn't have resistances on it. So we're going to stick with what we currently have for now until we see or find something better for it. This law, I wonder if we don't have anything we can do for this just now. But before we do that, we've only got 22 spirit, so we have to go down to our least ones. We need combat frenzy on. We have to have that on. You need to be there and you need to be there. We're not really using you just now, but we will be later. We need this on. This takes 30 spirit. This gives us our charges. If you can't remember what part of the conversation I died, like the stream died at there, load, like, it's absolutely fine, of course. You mentioned the UK name for Ritalin, how it affected you for the first day, how you are now on 20 milligrams of it, and I was in the process of asking if it's a self-diagnosis process. Okay, so would you like me to continue the conversation? Would that be okay? Because I do feel it's an important thing to have, but at the same time, yeah. Okay, I'll do that real quick then. I'll go back to the chat screen as well, because this is an important thing. If this freezes again, Lou, can you please just put like an F, a capital F in the chat for me? Yeah, and I'll know, and then I'll just drop it and bring it back up. Will do. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. It might be different for you in Europe than it is for us here. It's took me oh shit, like I first became aware of my diagnosis from my ex putting, like, on our first date, I've mentioned a couple of times here and there, where she, like, we sat down and she politely asked if she could mention it, and she pointed out and was like, look, have you ever like actually been to a doctor about it, because you're shown like all the signs, and I can talk about them a bit with you if you want. So then like that got the ball rolling. That was in early 2022. I only, in the last year, no, a year ago, I got diagnosed. It took me like there was a 2.5 year waiting list where I had to go to my general practitioner, my doctors. I had to ask them about it. They then told me I had to go and self-refer to an outside psychiatric company called Psychiatry UK. Then you go on, like you fill out a form and a letter that is on their website, and then you copy that and you go back. I had to go back to my GP with those, and then basically it was a formal request for them to work with this company to like put my records forward and all of that stuff, and like say, yeah, like we sent them to you, like that kind of thing. So then I essentially had to wait 2.5 years for the waiting list for me to bump up the list as much as I did. And then that sounds awfully complicated. It is. It's a major fucking pain in the arse. It really is. And they have it that way just to dissuade people from it, I feel, because the waiting lists are so big. Like if they didn't, there would be 4 times the size of like the waiting lists. So I do understand why, but it's a shit thing that's in place. Now of course, like anyone in power is going to say no, that's not why it is, but I mean, it's like making roads long and windy to control traffic speed and queues. Like that's exactly what it is. It's just a long windy road to get to your first assessment. And then when I got to the top of the list, I eventually got my assessment with a registered psychiatrist. We sat for 2.5, nearly 3 hours, and we talked. And I mean, we talked from my earliest childhood memory throughout my entire life, and I had to, no holds barred, give my life story. Because ADHD spans through literally all of, like most people, you can't just get it. You know, most people have had it from very early on in life. It is just something that happened. It's not just something that happens. It's, for most of us, we have it from childhood, and it stems from how, like in our formative years, how things were for us and how our brains wired. Yeah, some people can, it's not, I don't think it's a thing you have from birth. I'm sure it's those formative years that shape how you think and how your brain wires and how you perceive your surroundings and all of that. And then there's a big emotional part to it as well, with how you internally process stuff, like on top of that, and that changes everything. So basically, in my childhood, I had a lot of anger issues and all of that stuff. So I think there's a lot of undiagnosed people out there, very much so. Women, a lot more so than men. It goes and so undiagnosed in women than it does in men. And it is, quite frankly, disgusting that it is. Like the proportion of women to men that have to fight so much harder to be taken seriously for their ADHD diagnosis is mind-blowing. Like, I know there's a schism there for that in a lot of things in life, but with ADHD, it is insane. Like, absolutely insane. Yeah, it was something I discovered when I was going through it all myself. And like, honestly, I can't remember the exact statistics, but it is like no joke at all. As is most things for women, of course, but and the world shouldn't be that way, you know. And I think that goes without saying. But anyway, so for getting the diagnosis, I sat and talked with him. He was great, very understanding, asked the questions, listened when I was speaking, like, and affirmed to me a lot, and like, you know, give me some of the validation with regards to the ADHD stuff in my very early childhood that I didn't realize I needed to have. But like, one of the first things he said at the end was, right, okay, I just want to get this out there straight away. You've very clearly, I want to say 98% probability had this since you were a child. It should have been caught then, but it wasn't. And like, your doctors back then need telling for not catching it, because it was, from what we've talked about, is very, very clear, you know. And then he goes, the specific type of ADHD that I want to say that you have is, because there's a couple of different kinds. There's I might get this muddled up here, but there is the hyperactivity side. There's the impulsivity. Sorry, not impulsivity. Because that falls into hyperactivity. There's the hyperactivity, inattentive, and then there's a mix of both of them, which presents differently again. It's a rather big shift from now to then too. Back then, it wasn't taken that serious, at least around here, worldwide. Like in the last 10 years or so, ADHD awareness, and along with general mental health awareness, has went from like being like unaware, slightly aware. Sorry, people saying it doesn't exist, to being slightly aware in the late like 90s, to like people talking about it. So now it's like up here somewhere. But for women, even today, it's there. That's how big that proportional difference is. Like they have to fight tooth and nail with 99% of doctors to be taken seriously enough to get through to getting on the waiting list. Never mind the diagnosis. Like, because they present so different, it's very much hidden in women, most women. Obviously, you're gonna always have your outliers, but yeah. But it is a lot more open and talked about now than it was before, because in the past people used to just very much be like, oh, it's just how that person is, you know, they're just too much, they're just hyperactive, they don't want to do this, so they're doing it this way because they want to be an arsehole kind of thing, to be plainly blunt. and you know, like, by the way, if my my filter's been down today, if they are too much for anybody, is all I've got to say. This is yeah. I don't know if that makes sense. I do kind of hope it's okay, but at the same time, I like it better when people speak plainly. Yeah, I've just had a day, like a rough couple of days, but then today, man, it's yeah. The ADHD thing, like talking about this, it's become a part of my life, so I'm just opening up about it today because I just like, I think it needs to be talked about, and going on the medications for it. For me personally, I'm gonna already, with it being like a week and 2 days in, I'm gonna say they've changed my life already, because I'm still having trouble with the memory recall and the focusing, but I think that's just down to the dosage I'm on. I've felt such a huge impact, positive impact from them so far. Like, yeah. I didn't actually say what the doctor diagnosed me with, which I'm gonna. He said I have primarily inattentive traits. I have impulsivity and hyperactivity. Hyperactivity does not present as in bouncing and I can't sit still. Sometimes yes, but not. No. That's how it more often than not tends to present in children. In adults, it presents in different ways. It becomes internal. Like my racing thoughts, which I attributed to my anxiety and depression, aren't. They're my ADHD, which I've discovered over the last few days. Not being able to focus on stuff in my eyes. I don't know if you watch for a stream or if you're even able to see this, but I look at 7 or 8 different things every couple of seconds. That is the hyperactivity side of the ADHD. If I'm talking to somebody, there can't be too much movement behind them, because I will, despite not wanting to, I will concentrate, like my eyes will catch the movements, even if it's blades of grass moving. That happens. My inattentive side though is, I want to say like 90% of it for me, and that presents in per memory, like long-term memory, per memory recall. So like remembering specific memories that I do remember, I will remember them in different ways a lot of the time, or I just won't remember certain parts of them, which is one of the issues that has plagued me with some stuff, which I'm not going to go about. I have poor executive dysfunction because I which is related to this. I have my brain, and because I'm autistic as well, my brain with the ADHD is very much wired differently than most regular people's that don't have it. And I know I'm not alone, and I'm not the only one that experiences all of this, which is why I'm talking openly about it, because I do feel that more people that know about this, that understand it, the better. Lou, was it you a little while back that said you have a friend that has ADHD that always interrupted and stuff, and because you now know that is how his brain just works, that it changed your view on it a little bit? Good memory. That was me. Thank you. I've got a headache now from thinking. Is this, can I ask, is this, I know you're a genuinely inquisitive person anyway, and you do care about people, but is this also one of the reasons why you want to know more? And yes, you kind of opened my eyes to that. Oh, well, I'm glad. Yeah, so any questions you have, feel free to ask, and if I can answer them, I will. Because to be plainly honest, this is helping me a bit today. Like, I'm not preaching, I'm not trauma dumping or unloading, I'm just discussing stuff. What I am gonna do though is jump back to the game and just slowly get round to playing the game again. Because I feel like, how long have I been sat in that? Let's see, 20 minutes sitting on the chatting screen. I know we were chatting, but yeah. Yeah, so when, like, the guy I got, the psychiatrist, was top notch. Like, he was very, very nice, and I don't want to say gentle, but like the way he went around it helped me so much with accepting the diagnosis and stuff. Like, I was aware, like I say, from quite a while, a few years before diagnosis. So personally, I don't think there's a thing as neuronormal. Every person I get to know is different in some way or the other. I really do appreciate your openness about your mind, because many people aren't aware themselves. So this kind of touches on some of the stuff with me and my ex a little bit. So I'm not going to say details, but self-awareness, and like, since everything happened to now over the last 3 years, one of the biggest things I have had to battle with has been going back over everything. And I was just saying this today as well, like, going back over everything that I remember, really taking a long, hard look, and having taken a look from her perspective and self-awareness of my actions in my mind and the way that I worked. And to be plainly blunt, that is something that I didn't have when I was going to say 30, but I didn't have when I was 33. I'm 36 now. Just turned 36. So, like, yeah, I do agree with you, Laura. Like, I don't think anybody is normal, which is why it's a swear word to me, but neuronormal, or non-neurospicy, as some people like to say. Like, I think everybody is a slightly bit... I think when people say... I'm going to rephrase what I'm saying there, but I think when people say normal, I think they mean to, like, the general populace, most people. But for anyone who's neurodivergent, speaking from experience, we do see the world in different ways. And please keep in mind as well that, or try to, that neurodivergent minds on mental health. There is a difference. They can be, in a lot of cases they do overlap, but there is a difference between somebody having mental health conditions and having to battle them every day, and somebody not having these neurodivergent issues as well and being on the spectrum. Does that make sense? A lot of the time, especially for ADHD, yeah, something to keep in mind is a lot of the time, like I would say a solid like 98% of the time, and I think I touched on this earlier, and I don't know if I said it. Most of us that are diagnosed with a neurodivergent condition, and most of us specifically with ADHD, we more often than not do branch into having diagnosed with anxiety, depression, PTSD, CPTSD, schizophrenia, like other things. Like it's like have you ever seen, this is gonna be a bit weird for a second, but have you ever seen a diagram of the vein network or the nerve network in the human body, how it just spindles out like tree branches to the different parts of the body? That's exactly what it's like. If you imagine those tendrils as different symptoms for ADHD and a lot of other neurodivergent conditions, they go out into everything. So you almost always get different mental health conditions sitting on top of the neurodivergent conditions. And yeah, I was gonna say I understand what you were saying, like you appreciate people being open and stuff about it, and I do appreciate you saying that. At the same time, like, if I don't want to come across preachy or anything, this is my experience. My experience is different from what other people's is going to be, and I do understand that, and I do understand that I'm not the only one here with this. Bloody hell, 2 bots back to back. What the fuck, Twitch? I ain't dealing with bots today. No. Is that Twitch telling me to shut the hell up and go and play the game? I think it might be. Obviously staying respectful to your friend, Lou. Sorry about that. Little anger outburst there. With respect to your friend, is there any specific questions you would like to ask? And I will try to answer them if I can. I do, be warned, as you might have just found out, I have a tendency to waffle, and I am so done today trying to like find the right words and stuff. So if I say something that is upsetting or anything, I do apologize, but yeah, today you're just gonna have to deal with it, unfortunately. I'm not. I put my foot in it when I don't, when I'm trying to be on top of it, but I just don't have a mental capacity anymore today to do that. So yeah. So yeah, I'm here. If you want to know something specific, go, sure. But just have a little bit of a pinch of just in, you know, of that, just in case. Like, just be aware, please. Not that I'm saying I'm going to snap at you or anything, of course, but... Oh, there we go. We don't mean to be blind. Wait. Did that increase how much we need? No, it doesn't. It's this one. Okay. Wait a minute. How much is that? 10 spirit. If we change this out, are we going to be alright? No, because this takes spirit. Okay, so that's 30 spirit. Wait, do you take spirit? Yes. Okay, you take spirit. I'm not seeing where it says how much you take. Can you guys see where that says how much it takes? And what we can do is we can disable that. So we have 59 of 92. Guys, what's 92 take away 59? I got several ADHD people in my friendship / work circle. Each time I was surprised to find out all of them are very different to each other. Yeah, I think the neurodivergent tag that the conditions have kind of is great in that regard, because it fits so well. Like, we are all different. I know everybody has that anyway, but also, like, you know, specifically for ADHD stuff, it presents literally differently in every single person. But yeah, me like being open and stuff about mine, I'm hoping it helps. And from the sounds of it, it has a little bit. It's giving you a little bit more knowledge. My what I was saying before, like, my working memory is horrendous. My executive defunction. Now, in case anyone isn't aware of that, executive defunction is executive function is your brain's ability to process information and your surroundings and any tasks that you points and tasks that you have to take part in or have to do. So like when neurodivergent people, specifically ADHD folks, when we have that particular aspect trait going on, if you've ever known somebody with that happening, they will come across as confused, or it will take them a long time to be able to like take the first initial steps, sometimes days, maybe weeks to do them, because our brain can't literally put the Lego piece in the right spot for it to be like, ah, okay, there we go. At least for me, like that's how it is. Now for me, that now crops up mainly for forming memories and placing detailed memories in a spot where my brain can get to them without needing to be prompted specifically with a certain word in a description when someone talks about it. Like I can remember situations. I can remember being in that moment with the other person. I can remember a lot of what is said. I can remember my behaviors. Then I don't remember certain behaviors of mine, or I don't remember things I said, how I reacted to something someone else said. I don't remember the stuff a person has said in details. And then somebody will say one thing, one word, and then my brain will be like, there it is, and I will have access to everything. Yeah, I'm hoping that improves with the medication. Well, just a little insight there for you. It's also most of the reason why a lot of us with ADHD have a million to-do lists. Yeah, the mind is fascinating like that. Yeah, it really is. I'm just trying to think, like, the only way to do this is going to be to do that switch there and see what's going to, if we take clarity out.
Thunderous demise.
Now we're going to have to see how we do without clarity, because that is 50% increase. You know what? We can make do with that. I think we should be fine. Did you give any other boost? You give energy shield in and fire res. How are we looking? A little bit less fire. You know what? They're actually not bad. We even have some chaos stuff as well. We had to take that hit. That won't be getting changed now. That'll be with us for the rest of our playthrough. There is a pair of lightning gloves that were shown off in the reveal stuff. Just to get back to the game real quick. Again, to just bring this to the forefront, with us having that whole discussion there, for like the last hour and a half nearly, or like hour. Yeah, you need to go there. Okay. Wait, I think we went up in damage from this as well. Oh no, that's where the chaos resistances are coming from. Oh, and that gives us 20% mana regen. So we're only losing a little bit of mana regen, really. We're losing like 10% off what we had. So that shouldn't be too bad. Yeah. So when we start fighting again, keep an eye on here for the little blue power orbs and the number next to them. More often than not, we should now get 2 to 3 instead of just the 1. Guys, before we continue, I think we're high enough level now to go and try this again. And with us having more damage, what do you think? Because with this, we're going to get this Unbound Avatar, which is going to give us a huge elemental damage increase. Like, a huge elemental damage increase. Damn it. Ah, there we go. Like, it's going to give us 80% more elemental. I know 40%, but we're going to gain like shitloads, much better. And it lasts for 9 seconds as well, so we can pop that in boss fights. Yeah, let's go do that. Oh. Yeah, thank you for listening to my TED Talk. on my perception of ADHD and how my medication's been helping. I'm here every day, almost every day, trying not to have my brain melt and trying not to be arsehole Kyle. It's terrible. That makes it sound like I'm trying, like absolutely properly trying not to be a dick when I say it that way. But yeah, if you have any questions about ADHD in particular, I will go into as much detail with that as I can, talking about the symptoms and stuff and like my medication journey and things. I've got one more question. Sure, go for it. You are upping your doses, but how do you know when it's the perfect level? So when every 7 days for the next 11 weeks now, I have to up my doses by 10. So for now, they've got me starting at 10 first week. Second week, I'm taking 20. Next week, and after 7, today would be set 1, 2. So after the next 5 days, for week 3, it'll go up to 30. And then for the following week, it'll go up to 40. I'm assuming there's higher doses because it goes for 12 weeks, the whole process. Each week, they have a form which asks for my heart rate, blood pressure, and my weight and my height. I don't know why. I think that's just to gauge like my general basic stats, because the medication can affect your heart rate and stuff and make you lose weight like quite badly, severely. And that side of it is affecting me a little bit. Like I had comment passed on it today as well. They ask how your focus has been. They ask, and like you get these forms, a new one every week, so they can keep track. They ask how your focus is, how your attention is, how you can, like, how your sleep is. If you've noticed anything in particular, if you've noticed any side effects, and then they ask you a few more general questions like that, and they will, like the person, I can't say the word probably. The titration nurse or doctor, whoever I'm speaking with, will judge on their end when they think, going by those forms and my comments and my feedback, how like the best time I was on what dosage. And then they'll be like, right, after 12 weeks, they'll go, okay, so you were most stable and you felt the most benefit from going by your form on this particular week at this particular dosage. We're going to try you for the first few months on that dosage. If you have any problems or anything like that, speak to your GP. Or because at that point I will be back from Psych UK's care over to my GP, which is my regular doctor. And then he'll get in touch with Psych UK and they'll amend and adjust things. Does that make sense? Is that understandable? It's very much not just been a case of they're just upping my doses every week and being like, are you all right? Yeah, makes sense. Thanks. Of course. I do want to preface with everything I've just said, with about being open and stuff. You guys know I'm open about having anxiety and depression. I will be open about my anxiety. As you know, I will be open with when my depression kicks in and my anxiety stuff. I will not go into as much detail as what I have with the ADHD with either of those two, because those two are immensely, insanely personal. And to do that, I need to start talking about my actual specific thoughts and like the intrusive thoughts and that kind of stuff. And I'm not going to do that. That's between me and my doctors and my therapist and my person. I know you guys appreciate that and you're respectful of that. Yeah, but I just wanted to put that out there. ADHD for me is a little bit different, and I don't think that many people talk about it in the vein of what I just did. And I know I haven't got much of a platform, but I want to use it to bring light to that without sounding preachy or without coming across like I'm the only person going through it, you know? Because as you said, Laura, everybody is different. It presents so drastically different in everybody. And again, also in women and girls than it is in men and boys. Understandable, yes.
Chaos awaits.
If you guys, like I say, have any questions or like, yeah. What am I done? We got our auras on. Oh, we do. Just double checking. Cool. We're having mana issues still, so we can't really use this. I think what I will do is put it on the hot bottle. Right. Yeah, so 4 is where my phone sits. 5, actually 5 is, let's put this there. Anyway, I am getting back to the game because I've waffled on enough and I need to try to work on that a bit, I feel. Thank you everybody for listening. Hi Chris, nice to see you join us. Just a heads up, I am having a day, a very heavy emotional day, and I'm just like, this isn't a regular stream, and tomorrow probably won't be a regular stream. I am
Surely things will be different
just,
this time around.
you'd think that, wouldn't you? Thank you for that one, game. I needed that. I'm just chilling, trying to just chatting. I wasn't like, I'm not feeling up to talking too much, but you know, it's been nice to actually sit and have the conversation that we've been having. And thank you, Lou, for actually getting me talking. Like, yeah, I appreciate that. So, but anyway, welcome in, Chris. If you guys don't know Chris, he's a pretty chill and relaxed streamer. He's a pretty cool dude. And Lou and anyone else watching, if you guys haven't, go give him a watch. Yeah, I'm gonna actually give him a shout out. I do this quite a bit, and I know there's not really too many people watching, if anyone. But we're gonna do this. Shout out. I need your name. There we go. Probably the only actual proper streamer thing we're gonna do today. Just so everybody can find you easily and go and follow you and stuff. If you guys haven't watched Chris, go drop him a follow, go give him a watch. He's a generally good dude, and we will be raiding him more in the future when we catch him. The last few streams I've wanted to raid him, but I've unfortunately he's not been online. Yeah, so, but there is more coming in the future for sure. But he's a generally chill, cool dude. Yeah. Challenger contains zeros such as the Petrify loop. Monsters inflict grappling pains on hit. Fine. This is kind of a pain. It's an easy one to deal with, but it's kind of a pain. And considering how much we move around, I would rather not have this going. Today, we're basically just chilling. I wasn't going to be streaming today, but I need something to occupy me. So here we are. Yeah. My bullshit meter or my just meter for giving in a shit reel today is like low. So I'm playing one of my favorite games and we're just chilling out. I hope that's understandable. Is this another Ascendancy Maze? Oh, you haven't seen the Temple of Chaos lore? I think what I said about that is probably the most apt way to put it. Like, I've had a day, man. I don't have the mental energy to it might sound really shit, but yeah. I've only seen the first one. The Trial of Sakimas. Is it the... maybe. The one with the map? Where you have to pick, like, different rooms on the map going down the list to get to the boss room. That's the first Trial of Ascendancy. Yeah. So this is the second Trial of Ascendancy. As you've seen, this is a Trial Master. He works for the God of Chaos. And he gives you a bit of gear. And you have to pick a persistent debuff that will affect the arena for each of the rooms. Each of the trials. To get this Ascendancy complete, we have to complete 4 trials. Yeah. So for now, though, Oops, wrong button. What we're going to... This one here is fairly easy, but with our build currently, we move around a shit ton. So, like, we don't... Like, we stick around the edges of the arenas, and for the bosses, that's going to be huge. So, we are not picking that one because they stick around the edges of the boss arenas, and that will kill us because it'll freeze us and petrify us and stone, and the boss will just one-shot us. This one... Just green vines that'll slow us down, which we can roll out of. This one is a pain in the fucking arse, to be blunt. You have a massive petrification statues sound like it gets you killed real quick. During the level, like during the actual rooms, it's fine, but every 4 or 5 rooms, 4 rooms, there's a boss that you have to fight, and they put these totems, these pedestals, around the outer edge of the arena, and as long as you stay about 5-6 feet away from them, they don't get you. But because of the build that we have, we need to maintain a certain distance, and we won't be able to do that if I can't stick around the outside of the arena. That's one of the things we failed last stream when we were trying to do this. This thing is a pain in the arse. Like I was saying, what it does is it's a ghost shade thing that follows you around, and if it hits you, it puts, well, you can read it there, puts a stack of ruin on you, and if you get 7 ruin, it just kills you in the trial, so the trial ends, and it is a pain in the fucking ass, because if we get that, that will follow us through the entire trial, and I can't be dealing with that. Yeah, I hate it, like, big time. You can't kill it, it's invulnerable. So we're gonna go with the vines. Now, whatever you pick here will follow you through each of the rooms. In every room, you have to pick a different one. And they add up, and you can pick the same one as well, and they get, like, level them up and get stronger and stronger. We haven't tested our mana regen. Ah, that's fine.
Your challenge awaits.
Each of the rooms has a different challenge you have to. So for this first one, we just have to kill all the monsters, you can see here. Oh, that's so much better. Look at that damage increase. Oh, look at our nice. Look at the orbs. We're now getting 4 orbs a time now. No anabar though. That's a plus. It is, yeah, it's a big plus. Like, not, that's one of the things you trade off for doing this one, is you don't have to deal with the anabar. This one is literally just, if you die, it ends. Like, your health basically. So like, you don't want to die, really, is the best way to say it. Which I think is PoE in a nutshell, innit? Like, nearly a minute on our buff up time now, because we're getting those charges. Oh, nice. Let's see. We want 4. Ow. Thank you, dude. Ah, there we go. Huh. Why did you dodge at that point? Arsehole. This guy's like a mini boss fighting himself. Holy shit. Our mana regen is fine. Look at that. I was a bit worried about it, but I think I've popped my mana flask once. That's why it was so hard. Okay.
The world still holds surprises.
Using lightning itself might be resistance. Yeah, so that's why I've dropped Frost Bomb. Why I was trying to drop Frost Bomb, and I kept hitting him with this as well, which I will quickly show you. So Hand of Chiola, every time we tell, that was a little jumpy move we were doing. That we jumped to them and we smacked them, and we placed whatever socket of curses we have on them. And we currently have that, which curse lasts for 1 point. Curse applies after 1.5 second delay. Cool. Above 43. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. Inflicts minus 47% to elemental resistances for 6.6 seconds. So we have that on. Then we have, where are you? Frostbomb. Now this stops if you get them with the damage, like the pulsing damage before the explosion. This leads up to them having no health regen. It outright stops health regen. I'm not sure it specifically says that, but also it applies exposure to elemental, like it's now all elemental resistances. Instantly applies 20% elemental exposure and 2% exposure per pulse, up to a maximum of 50. I didn't realize it did that. The pulse thing. Okay, so we need to try and drop that right underneath the enemies. It's great for boss fights. So that drops elemental exposure on them, which the 3 elemental damage types are, it's this one. Exposure is a type of debuff that lowers the affected enemy's total elemental resistance. By default, it lowers resistances by minus 20% and lasts for 4 seconds. Though some sources of exposure can override these values. Like most sources of lowering resistances, this can cause the enemy's resistance to become negative. Higher area enemies are less affected by exposure. So uniques, which would be bosses, 50% less exposure effect on unique bosses. Okay. So that's still going to help with the Frostbomb. You should be down here as well, actually. These two are going to combine together and give us like basically a fairly substantial amount of like lightning resistance. And then you can also gain on the tree. We will soon be picking up additional lightning damage resistance penetration as well, which means our attack inherently will bypass resistances. So if an enemy is resistant, it pops up saying that they are resistant in the way that you were saying. We are should be bypassing a good portion of that. And then there's this ascendancy as well, which I am not sure whether to go for. I think we will be getting that because we're going to get this one next, but by the time we come to do our 3rd trial, we should be doing crits because we should be spec'd into the crit stuff on the tree. This will be high 60s and 70s maybe, like round about that area when we're doing this stuff, I think, because we will be critting almost every single hit and we'll be using Flicker Strike at that point. And this will just ignore non-negative elemental resistances. So we probably will, once we've got that, we can do away with the curse and we can do away with the Frostbomb, I feel. So that'll be 2 button presses we won't have to do. Wow, that's going to be huge, right? Critical hits ignore non-negative enemy monster elemental resistances. And if I do this, if you watch our tree, this should light up nicely here. You can see how many things around us are going to be good for crits. Ignore this one here because that's for daggers. Daggers aren't even in the game yet. But yeah, we'll be picking these up. We may even go up to there if we have the trees. We're getting all of these. What are these up here? That's trigger spells. We don't need them ones. But we'll be getting these. Be getting these. Might pick the... Yeah, I think we'll definitely... That's 10%. We'll be picking these back up again. What are you? Blinded enemies. Critical versus blinded. Won't be touching them. What are you? We'll be getting them. Anything that has crit chance on it, we will be trying to get. We will be picking this up. We'll be getting these. Getting these. I don't think we'll... Yeah, we're going to get this, but we won't be getting this point here. We'll be coming down across here. Damage. Oh, okay. I guess we're working days in while leveling. We will be getting these at least as well. We'll need them too. We might get that one and that one. But we'll be getting all of these. And I didn't realize there was nose down here for it as well. Critical chance, critical chance. Wait. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, holy shit. We're going to be here. Because we'll be coming down here. If we have enough nodes, I will be coming down here as well. Because that's 15, 30. That's 80%. Holy shit, that's 80% crit chance. Oh no, that's crit damage. Okay. So that's 30% increased crit chance, which will be big by the time we're getting this. And then 50% increased damage, which will be bigger again. Bear in mind, for bosses, we'll be hitting them. Shit, I don't have a thing on me just now. 4 or 5 times per teleport on Flicker Strike. We'll be teleporting about 5, maybe 6 times. If we weren't able to just replenish our stuff straight away. We've done the build now in a way, but we just need to hit them with like Storm Wave a couple of times, build up the electrocution chance and gain some power charges, and then we can Flicker Strike them and do the big numbers. That's when the crits will come in. When we consume though, we already are getting 20, 40, 60% extra crit damage when we do a crit. We're not critting up in it because it's like 6%, but yeah, big numbers. Yeah, it should translate to big numbers. I don't know if we're going to have enough points for all of the nodes I'm wanting, because I just discovered these things earlier as well, so we'll likely be getting them as well. Vampire, hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you, thank you. Just a little warning, I'm not going to get into it too much. Today has been a big emotional, like heavy day for me, and I am just like mentally I'm done. So a little disclaimer, I'm not trying to bring people down. I'm just gaming and I'm being me, and so my language filters are off. I'm a bit more sweary. I'm talking a bit plainer, a bit more to the point, and just generally trying to distract myself and relax. And if I go quiet and stuff, or if I suddenly have to turn the camera off and move to the side or go AFK real quick, that'll be why. But welcome in, Vampire. It's great to see you. I'm not doing too much of the Twitch stuff today. Like, I'm here. I think is the best way to say that. Yeah. I wanted to play the game, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna jump on stream. Give me some peeps to talk to. I mean, this is a huge node as well. Like, really, we should be speccing into that at some point, but I didn't realize this gave crit stuff. Oh, we need them as well. That's more damage. Yeah. So that's just a little bit of a look-see into... where's the exit here? Is it going to be there? Into how the build is going to be. Yeah. We need to get 52 to use Flicker Strike. Headache. Will you please start to go away, headache? There we go. So yeah, I'm a bit less like talky and a bit less bubbly today.
I'll wipe that smile off your face.
And I swear I feel this game is taking the piss a little bit as well with those things. I just woke up, so you do whatever makes you happy. Thank you for understanding, Vampire. I hope you have an amazing day, though. Or is it the day... what is it? Probably like midday for you? Or late morning, I would think. Yeah, I appreciate you for saying that, for sure. But welcome in. Bosses deal more damage and take less damage. Nope. At each encounter room, damage taken will slowly increase by 1% per second up to 50. I don't think we can kill the boss in less than 50 seconds. No. What's this one? Challenge area contains turrets that were periodic. Wow, we had that last time. It's gonna have to be one of these. I'm not taking that. Shit game. Increased armor, energy shield. See, like the gear, because it's our first time going through this, is shit. There's our first mod. I don't really want to take that, but we've got to. I hope you slept well, Vampire. I hope you slept well. We're kind of at a point just now where we're beginning to realize our build. We've been making slow progress with it, you know. It is a time, but since I live in Florida, the weather is as ADHD as us. I love that. Uh-huh. Very well said, my friend. Very well said. Mm-hmm. Well, there is as ADHD as us. Thank you for making me laugh again. Like, guys, there's days where we all need it, you know, and like today, I'm not kidding, is one for me. Yeah, so we don't have to level up any, but yeah, we've got our tree in an area where I'm feeling comfortable with it just now. We've got an endgame bit of gear. We still need a pair of unique gloves. We'll call down lightning every time we smack the enemy using hollow palm. That's going to help big time with the build again. We're doing flicker strike, lightning. Sorry, hollow palm based flicker strike, lightning, invoker. Conjurer. Thank you. Thank you for the raid. Did you miss us? Always. Guys, you and Conjurer, you're gonna make me cry here. Thank you. There was one day where the state was half sunny, half stormy, and there was a rainbow in the middle. That sounds about right. I'm sorry, guys. I can't talk just now because I'm teared up, but but your naughty kids back, take them. Damn it, now I've got to do the Twitch stuff. At least you didn't make me jump out my skin this time, Conjurer. Like, I will say that. So thank you for that. Welcome in, everybody. Like, okay, I'm gonna switch up for a second. I'm gonna make myself switch into streamer mode here. Thank you so much, Conjurer, and everybody who came over in the raid. Conjurer, you know how much I think you know how much I'm appreciating that today. Thank you so much for that, my friend. Yes, like, I appreciate you so much for that. Thank you. Thank you so much, yeah. Welcome in, everybody. I know a lot of you know me by now. Anyway, give me 1 second. Before we do all of that stuff, we're gonna hit her with a shout out, yeah? We're gonna get her. Where's the best way? There it is. Always did. Wanted to reply to your message sooner, but thought this was nicer. I appreciate that. And it means more. So thank you. Like, honestly, the day I've been having and the way things have gone for me today, like, yeah, thank you. Anyway, everybody stop distracting me for a second, yeah? God. It's SHOUT, I think. No, that's shout. And then I need out at the end of it as well. Space and your name. There we go. I done something right today. Yeah. Everybody who hasn't, I want all of you to stop doing what you're doing. Go over to Conjurer's channel. Conjurer, do you want to drop your Discord link in my channel, please? Like, if you want... actually, you know what I'm going to say here? Every time you raid, if it's not too much hassle, put your Discord link in your message and drop it straight away when you come in, yeah? I'm more than happy for you to do that every single time. Like, if you're okay with doing that, yeah? So what I was saying, guys, if any of you don't know Conjurer, or you haven't been to her channel, which I think most of you do and you have at this point. But yeah, man, if I remember for sure, cool. Like, I'm always going to be happy for you to do that, yeah? Every single time. No bugger else, though. Just in case it gets out, there's a clip going to be floating around. That's for Conjure. Yeah? Like, only she's allowed to do that. Unless I say otherwise. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Guys, long and short of it, go follow her. Go drop a sub. Go check her content out. Don't I got another great out of context clip for you later. Oh my god, yeah. Like, oh my god. Like, please. Like, I can only imagine. Anyway, distracting. I'm trying to do my stuff so I can go back to not being streamer Kyle today. Visit her Discord. Go join. Go visit her Twitch. And are you open with asking people to go to your YouTube in TikTok? Distraction sandwich, right, Vampire? The best kind of distractions, of course, but my brain is just like bleh. So I'm like, yeah, socials are fine. Okay, so everybody, and it is Z2 Conjurer on all of it, yeah? I think it is. TikTok, the main one, obviously besides Twitch. TikTok for Z2 Conjurer. YouTube as well. Twitch, and she's dropped the Discord link in the channel. And if you, I'm going to be a pain. If you want to drop those links as well, Conjurer, please feel free. Go for it. Drop them all if you want. I know I'm being a pain and asking you to go get stuff after you finish working for the day, but yeah. Yeah, she's got an amazing community. They are very much as chill as we are. They love Final Fantasy. They get stuck into the lore. They play all of the different things in it, and they're very welcoming. And thank you so much for doing that. Thank you. And don't be a pain. Guys, go check those links out. Every one of you, if you haven't already, and basically harass her on there and give her all the follows and all the love. Yeah, do it for me, please. Do it for me. That's of course like if he's haven't. Yeah, like her community is lovely, super welcoming, always willing to help each other out and welcome new people in as well. And it feels very homely and very welcoming. And I just wanted to put that out there and return some of the love that Contra has showed us in our community. To anyone that's coming in, trust me, I needed this stuff today, so I'm being soppy, and I'm very like a little bit of excuse me, just a slight disclaimer. I'm having a really emotional day today, and my give a shit filter is in the floor. So I'm being me, and I'm just saying stuff, and I'm like my filters are, instead of being like regulated and where they are down there. So you guys, apart from the stream account moment for this, you're getting just like they're chilling out and gaming stuff. So yeah, please be prepared for that. I just cry. Oh, you know, I don't do well with Sophie. I know, but like I said, I'm gonna be blunt here. I don't give a shit today. Everybody's getting it because I need it. So I'm being selfish and not giving a shit and put it out there. The most harshest way to say be nice, I think, but Vampire, thank you so much. Feel our love. Yes, take it. Have all the goodness. Have the good juju and the good vibes. Grr. Bears, axes, and mountains. Right. A lot of you know me already at this point. Hi, I'm Kyle. I'm mainly man. No feels. Yes, I get that. Did someone mention Valheim? There it is. That's pretty much Valheim in a nutshell, isn't it? Yeah, so today's stream is very different than normal. I'm trying not to do any of the real streamer stuff. I'm trying to just hang out basically, and I wanted to play this, and to be honest, guys, over the next few days, with the exception of Sunday, we're going to be playing Path of Exile and just streaming. This stream is going to go as long as I want it to. There's no set time to end it, and I didn't stick to the schedule. I'm not doing any of that for the next few days. I'm not getting into details. My day has been shit, absolutely shit, and I am not going to force myself to do all of the stuff I normally do, because it will you guys won't enjoy it. You guys will just see me very quiet and trying to force myself and not enjoying the stream, and that's not fair on you. So as response to that, I'm going the opposite route, taking my filters down, not being mean and stuff, of course, but yeah. What's the saying? I've let my hair down, it's all frazzled, and I'm shaking it. Is the best way to say it. So today's forewarning, today's stream over the next day or so will be different than normal. Next week we will get back to the schedule and all that stuff, but yeah. The last of the streamer stuff after the raid. Welcome in. Hi guys. I appreciate you all coming by. You're all awesome. And again, Conjure, thank you for the raid. For anyone that doesn't know me, we just hang out. We play Final Fantasy on Mondays and Fridays. We chill out on different games throughout the week. Before PoE's launch on the 29th just passed, we were playing for the Mass Effect franchise. For last week in the next couple of weeks, throughout the week, for last week in the next couple of weeks, Mass Effect has been switched with Path of Exile 2 because I love that game and it's one of my happy places. So we're delving into that and making our own Flicker Strike build. If you want more info about the channel and when we normally go live, jump below the stream and just chill out and have a bit of a look-see at the panel sections. Yes. We have a schedule section, link to the socials and all that good stuff down there. And breathe and take a drink of water. This is one of the reasons I'm not doing too much of that today, because even just saying all of that is giving me really bad cotton mouth, and I need to chug some water. I do heartfeltly appreciate the raid, Conjure. I appreciate all the love, and I appreciate you guys coming by and listening to me waffle on as I do as well. Conjure, now that's all out of the way, how was your stream? I did drop by, and I've been lurking, and I was just hanging out and stuff, and yeah, I wasn't wanting to chat much, if anything at all, really, today, and like obviously I was being respectful as well, as you know. I hope you had a great stream.
Try not to die.
You did seem to be having loads of fun when I first dropped by. That's always nice to see. I know you were playing Final Fantasy, like I was saying. You said you've got a clip of a context moment? Whew. I hate these things. Like, oh, there we go. If I repeat myself, guys, as well, like today, I'm not gonna apologize. I'm sick of apologizing and stuff. So like, oh, those chaos explosions just outright killers. So we need to be super careful. Well, wrong thing. You need to apply it on the big dude. But yeah, I hope you continue to have a great stream today, and you got to enjoy all the content. I did see you were on Ninja. Was it Ninja that you've been doing? I know you've likely gone to chat with Hobby and all that. I totally get that. This guy is not wanting to go. Extra crits. Speaking about contact stuff. Shit. Thank you, Brain, for that one. Thank you so much. Like, nope, I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die. Aha, there we go, there we go. You guys heard nothing. My dodgy brain did not say what you thought I said there. Ignore that shit. That did not happen. And I swear to God, there's gonna No, my luck, there will end up being a clip that. I. Wonderful. At least I'm smiling. That's a step forward. That's a step forward. How are you, Kitten and Coffee and Cell and everybody else that jumped in? Like I didn't ask you guys. I want to stream, but most of the games I want to stream, I can only play on Game Cloud or Steam. Doesn't like that, and Steam doesn't like that. Game Cloud. What's Game Cloud? Do you mean on the actual cloud, or is Game Cloud a different thing? Vampire. Kitten, I'm well, thank you. Hope you're feeling better soon. Have all my hearts until then. Oh, Kitten, thank you. I really appreciate everything. Yeah, I appreciate you for that. I accept them. Thank you, thank you. Game Cloud allows you to play games without installing them. What service are you using them with? Because you don't need to use Steam to stream. I use OBS to stream, and you can capture your entire screen or the individual like game. So if you want to stream Vampire, that I play on Xbox. Ah, okay. You could always get a capture card. Conjurer has actually just gotten a really good one from NZXT. I'm not sure specifically which one she picked up, but if you have a PC, you could stream to a capture card that would go, I think, yeah, because it should go to your screen as well. I'm not sure how it works, but I think you'd be able to get your console to a capture card, stream, get all the stream software set up on your PC, and then still play it. Oh my god, it is raining and it's pissing down outside. Holy crap. I know it's gonna get there today, but it is like monsoon out there. I used to have a PC, but it went the way of the dodo. 2 seconds. I need to go and close my window across the room, otherwise I'm going to be swimming underwater in scuba streaming. 2 seconds. Jesus, that loud. Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, I shouldn't have gotten up and moved. I can feel my vein on the side of my temple pulsing. That's a combination of medication, stress, anxiety, and just shittiness. Oh, okay. It should be all right. I've got payments I can take if it gets worse, but you know when you suddenly move and you can almost like feel your brain wiggle inside your head. Okay, let's continue this. That was room 3. I think we've got one more room and then a boss fight, or this will be the boss fight. The rain that was coming down just before was like, I am not kidding, like monsoon level rain. I'm glad I live in like the middle of a downward slope, because like, oh. So yes, to continue your conversation though, we should be okay with that one if I mean, we don't stop moving anyway, so that should be okay. I mean, we're not using bows, but that wouldn't be too bad for a 11 bow, actually. We might keep that. I used to have, yeah, Conjurer, if you're still around,
seek out the callers.
Like, I don't know if, you guys sitting in chat with Conjurer at the minute? He is. Let's see. Kitten, is Conjurer off doing a post-stream ritual just now, is she? Oh no, what we done here? Collect the... Oh shit, it's this one. I am. I thought you might be. I wasn't being ignorant, but when you're back, let me know, and I will ask you about how your stream went and stuff, yeah? I just don't want to distract any of that good stuff.
Cursed one!
Where's the thing to drop this? Game. Okay, it's not there. That's an enemy. Oh. We're still a bit squishy, it seems. Ah, here we go, here we go. Okay, so we got that one there. Come on. In you go. Oh, we need better life flasks as well. Damn it. Yeah, man. It went good. I'm a 37 ninja, so that's really nearly done. I'm a 37 ninja, so that's nearly done. Then all done with ARR. Yes! Oh my god, guys. We need a spiked chair emote. I know we have like the GG one, but I'm just thinking we need a spiked emote to go with it. Like a spiked chair emote, where she's literally just got her arms up shouting yes to the world. I think we're gonna do that at some point. Yeah. Conjurer, I am so glad you had a great stream today. Like, what the hell? Who got this bot? I swear to God, this bloody bot. Like, why? Time out stream elements. Cell, I am sorry. I don't understand why it's timing you out. Like, that bot really does not like you. Like, hates me because I'm brown. I think it just hates everybody at the minute, but yeah. Yeah. You know what it is? I'm gonna have to double check it, but I am 100% sure I have all of that shit on like the lowest setting. So I don't understand why it's done that. The only thing I can think is maybe it's not registering that you've been here a few times, and it's picking you up as like maybe a bot coming into the channel and spamming messages, or like stuff in messages. And I think it's just emotes and stuff you're putting in there, innit? So maybe it's just freaking out over that, but it shouldn't be. And I'm sure I've got it all on the list settings, and I hate bots. I hate the bots, especially apart from Seraphina. I think that's what you called the conjurer, wasn't it? On Discord, she seems to behave herself. Right. There we go. Come on. Go away, blood glob, yo. Go away. Oh, shit. Game, that's just not fair. Is this guy going to follow me if I... Sprint! Sprint for your lives! Flee! Alright, we've got one more, and I think it's going to be up there. Why is our health and regen so low? It should not be. Run, 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 run. Boop, 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 boop.
Thunder!
Cats. Oh. This is one of my least favorite ones. There's one more I hate more than this trial, and that is going and getting sorry, where you have to stay in the red circles that show up on the map, and you have to kill enemies inside the red circles because you need to sacrifice their blood to the altar, and the only way it counts is if you kill them inside those circles. Now the problem with that is a lot of my builds, I can't stand still and do that in small areas. I need space to move around, so I end up getting killed very easily. That is the only one I hate more than this. Relatively simple, but they can be a pain in the arse. I love how we get like these lightning spikes on our hands for our buff. Like, I love that. And that lightning on our wings, by the way, they're fire wings. That lightning on our wings comes from our Herald of Lightning. Like, actually, I wonder, is this going to do this? If I, like, watch our wings. If I disable this. Wait. Why are you still lightning? Oh my god, is that of our hollow palm? I thought that was our herald. It's not. It's our hollow palm. Because we're using a lightning quarterstaff skill, it's infusing our body with the skill. Oh wow. I was expecting all of this to turn off in the lightning around our wrist to go away when we disabled Herald of Thunder there. Cool. Wait, yeah man, Conjurer, I'm super glad that you had a nice day. Are you looking forward to finishing ARR? I know in the past you've mentioned that you are. And to be honest, I can't wait for you because I get that.
This is just the beginning.
Shut up, Trial Master. I know I'm over it. Yeah, like that's very much the feeling, isn't it? Again, I experienced that back in the day when I had to wait for Billy. And I went 3 weeks being stuck, not being able to do a bloody thing apart from mine. No, 3 weeks to a month it was. Yeah, something like that. I can't remember at this very moment, but I completely understand that feeling. Yeah, so I'm right there with you for sure. Monsters are protected by energy shield. Fight less defense. This is going to be fucking insane because we're on the boss. Are we going to have to just try and dodge these?
Slay them
I think
amongst
we
the
are.
flames.
How are you enjoying Ninja? Ninja though? Like, is it as fun to play for you as you thought or
Chaos
remembered?
will bring you to your end.
Dude, why are you being so spinny? That sucks. Nope. Stop with the attacks. Just let me kill you, please. Oh, we're actually staggering him a little bit there. I like that. Nope. We aren't getting much regen though, which I am noticing. Oh shit, what was that?
They say endurance trumps potency, but maybe not in your case.
Which finger am I gonna hold up? I literally behind my head I went like that. What game? I'm glad I'm not on hardcore because that reaction there would have been so much worse and more entertaining. Especially today. To be fair, that's the first time we've died since going live today. Still can't do that trial. Are we gonna have to wait until we've got Flicker before we go in there? Conjurer, you're gonna let your community decide which one you start with first when you start hitting Heaven's Ward. I think you said you are, aren't you? Excuse me. You're doing it the same way you did for ARR. Yeah, yes. That's gonna be cool. Yeah, Reeper, she says. Yeah. I got that one in stereo. Okay, so we're still too far away to do that. I thought we might have been, like, we're a few levels above it now. 39, 40, 41. Maybe if we get in the mid to higher 40s, we can do it. Yeah. Vampire says, I have updated my Twitch profile and banner. I may try and get streaming again. Nice. I mean, I am not entirely sure how you go around streaming with consoles. I think you can do what we mentioned earlier and get a capture card and go and still plug the Xbox in and do it that way. But for that, you need a PC. I'm not sure if on the Xbox there is still, if they have it built in like they used to, or did they take it away? But yeah. Guys, I know I am being a bit of a nuisance and stuff when I'm chatting and asking the same questions and all that kind of stuff. It's my brain trying to rattle through a load of stuff, and I'm trying to, like, not shut down and not talk. Not talk. We're level 41. Where are we in the story for this? Let's see. Complete the Trial Master's Challenge. Activate the 2 generators. We're in the Valve thing. That's where we are. Okay, we're gonna go straight to town just now. Pipples? Is that? Oh, you look very menacing. Are you a spider with 20 legs? 23 lightning rods. Oh. Oh, how much should we see if we can get life on this? Percy, you've got everything there. Let's see. We're crossing our fingers for at least, we're not going to get this, but close to 67 max life. Nope. Yeah, we're just going to bend you.
Hey there.
Hi, Servy.
Be wary.
We can't get rid of this. I'm glad it's only a single slot, but we can't get rid of that until we do it. My nose is itchy. My nose is itchy. Oh, that's still going to take us right back to where we need to be. Right. We're not getting distracted this time. We're going to complete this area this time. If I get distracted, guys, scream at me, please, yeah? This will be the third time we've tried to do this place.
I should ask Alva about
The
this.
largest soul core I've ever seen. With this, we could power the mechanism in the waterways. But it isn't charged.
If I leave here for any other reason other than to empty our inventory, guys, tell me off, yeah? I'll accept the telling off for doing it. And we're only picking up rares or the occasional blue bit of gear if it looks like it's got like high evasion and energy shield. Wait a minute, it is evasion energy shield we need, isn't it? Okay, let's see. Evasion rating, energy shield. Yeah. So, a little update for everyone that wasn't here earlier. We changed our amulet out and we got the unique amulet that we needed. Coffee, welcome back, my dude. Hello, I'm back for about an hour before I want to attach another stream. No worries. Welcome back. It's always great to have you, yeah? about earlier, I don't know if you were aware. I know you were lurking at the time, but my OBS just straight up died on me. It's yeah, it crashed, and I was talking for like 5 to 6 or something minutes, and I didn't realize. So that was why I disappeared. I see, understandable. Yeah, it's having issues at the minute on my side, and it's not liking me. And it's been a pain in the ass. Conjurer's hobby, Rich, helped me big time with some GPU power scaling issues, which were causing a lot of frame drop issues for me. And it was running great. And then all of a sudden, the last week and a bit, it's just started dropping at the weirdest moments. Hi, girl. What are you doing, huh? Are you wandering across the place? Yes, you are. What are you doing? You know, having an emotional support kitty has been a lifesaver today. Like, so I shouldn't use those words, but yeah, it's been brilliant. Like, she's giving me all the hugs and all the snuggles when I got back in. But now, though, you're currently in front of the screen, and I need to see the screen. So come on, move that fluffy butt. Move that fluffy butt. Thank you. I've kind of discovered the go button for her. I just need to like put my hand on top of a butt on the base of a tail on the back and just kind of gently push a little bit, and she'll like wiggle along. I mean, look at all the power charges we get now because of our amulet. Okay, so I didn't explain this before. Where is it? Our amulet gain an additional charge when you gain a charge. That is the main stat we need this amulet for. Now, what I see you, what that will do is every time we now gain charges, we gain 4 or 3. And it just means that we get so much more. So now we're up to 7 real quick. Wait, how high is our max? Like 4. Will it tell me in the character sheet? 7. Okay, I think 7's our max because we should have got some more there. Like, when we get flicker, moments like that will be non-existent really. Like, we might get the odd one where we'll stick, but not too many, not too many. Oh, shit, I need those as well, don't I?
Cursed bones.
Yeah, okay, so to the entire community of mine and to everyone else that has joined as well, I did ask Lou to do a thing earlier, and I've seen other streamers do it, and I think it just makes sense. It's a quick, simple message that you guys can drop in chat rather than typing out whole messages to say the screen died or the Twitch, like the stream died, sorry, not the screen. If it happens, or you guys start experiencing issues on your end, I'm going to ask if you can simply just put a single capital F or like spam the Fs if it shows up. And then just drop that in chat. If you want to. If you don't want to, I totally understand, of course, but... And then when I see that, I can be like, because to be honest, I look at chat. No F yet. Thank you, Lou. To be honest, I look at chat more than anything else. And obviously besides the game. And if we could do that, that would be like an instant notification for me, really. I think it's going to be the way to do that. Oh, we did get SoCore, didn't we? Yeah, okay, let's go straight back up and turn this on. And I've seen like Core use it in a few other streamers over the years, and it's just, I think if you guys are cool with it, I want to start implementing that for us. Is it a press F to pay respect kind of thing? Basically, yeah, that's where it started off. It's going to be down this way, isn't it? Yeah. That is exactly where it started off. I think that came from Call of Duty, maybe? Or was there games that used that before that? It was a staple for a long time. Is that a T10? It was. Okay. Getting a little bit attack damage. You take more mana. Buff grants 1 to 6, but 1 to 7 quarter staff attack, lightning damage per power charge consumed. Oh, I'm not sure which one to go for. Now that that's dropping, I think it's fine to go through whichever one first. Because we should start gaining like shit much better, easier, faster. I know what meant. My brain knew what it meant. That way, Kyle. Go the right way. Come on. Oh, I appreciate that raid so much. That's made my day. Oh, no. Hammer Frost Bomb just for your trouble.
Surge!
Not at me though, at the enemies. Lightning clones. I hate you guys. Lightning clones are lethal. They can kill you in 1 or 2 hits if your resistances aren't up, which ours currently aren't. So we have a few bits of stuff we need to work on. We need resistances all above 75 before we finish this act, I think. We need armor and evasion. Actually, for leveling, until we can afford good ES. ES, by the way, going forward is energy shield. That's what it's known as in the community. Until we can afford good ES gear, well, we're looking like 300 or 400 on our armor for an ES. We can't. There's no point in us really speccing into it. Fuck off, just the. We're going armor and evasion. Now, our gear is so shit today, like, at the minute, like, it's keeping us alive, but barely. We got a good ring there, and a decent life ring there. We need resistances on everything, and we need evasion and energy shield. Eventually on everything, but for now, we need evasion and armor, which we haven't got. We've got armor and energy shield. What level are we? 41. Okay, next time we're in town, I'm not going to jump out just now because I don't want to get told off, but next time we're in town, we will have a look at the vendors and see, actually, we're fine for mana, and we're going to pick you up as well, because... No, movement speed though. Yeah, we'll check in town and see what they, see what gear they have. And just a little heads up, I'm going to probably drop quiet for a bit. Not long, just hopefully just a couple of minutes. What the fuck is this thing? It's over there. Okay.
lightning!
No, 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 no. Fuck off. Don't. What the hell? No, no, no. Just to remind everyone, we're at 38 deaths. When we reach 100, I will owe the channel 50 subs. You won't be getting them when I hit 100 deaths straight away, I don't think. But at some point in the next month, I will drop them once we get there. Actually, how many deaths do we currently have? I can check that. 43. What the hell? Am I that far behind? 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. Holy shit, I'm 5 deaths behind, guys. When did that happen? Oh, fuck. Was it 43? No.
Unnatural.
I think that abyss will be gone now, though, as well. Ooh, Borderlands 4 is out today, isn't it? Is it? No, I know Core is checking out Borderlands 4 today. When I say Core, in case anyone doesn't know, I mean Core Carnage. We need better life flasks. I think that's one of the issues we're having here as well. Yeah, that abyss was right here. And leading up this way, damn it. Ah, okay, so 55 is the highest we can go with that.
I do know a way out. If we fail and the Empire falls, I have one last resort. I fear it, but it is my last hope. We imprisoned Iklotil the Black Jaw in a Sorkor, alone for his crimes. Isolated like that, without any other souls in the lattice, his stone form seemed to retain much of his personality. Do I dare drain my own lifeblood into something we used as a punishment worse than death? We have toiled so long to defeat death. All I know now is fear. If the sky turns to blood, if flames consume Utsal, only then will I decide.
So yeah, Lewis saying I still haven't played Borderlands 3. Those games are so long. I haven't played Borderlands since Borderlands 2. I skipped Borderlands 3 to be playing Billy Blunt, but yeah. I love the dialogue and stuff and the lore in this game. Big time. We might be able to use you. But yeah, like, if you guys want to have a sneak peek at Borderlands 3, I would suggest going and checking out Go Carnage on Twitch and YouTube. Be warned, from my understanding, is that he straight up got an early... He got a key and got permission to play it super early on the game, like the whole game, to start his playthrough and stuff. So he will be playing it, and there will be spoilers there, of course, if you plan on doing your own. It just popped into my head when we were chatting. Do I have a soul core? No. Okay. Well, there's the other thing we need at least. But I know, obviously, the Borderlands games are huge and people love them. So it's just like, you know what? I'll put that out there. Yeah.
Surge!
Right. Oh, if that had movement speed and some resistances... Shit. Ah, that was the ones we picked up. Okay. So how quickly we'll electrocute that guy though? We need that to happen on bosses. Slow call, please. Where are you? I swear, if this thing is across the other side of the arena, I'm gonna cry my eyes out. Yes. Vampire, is lovely to see you using our emotes as well. I love it.
Cursed bones.
Damn it, pet! I thought you were an enemy. You know what? I'm gonna turn you off. Where are you? Where's the pet thing? There it is. Yeah, there we go. Right, so there's this thing. We've got that checkpoint. Another abyss. Is this one in a bit of a better position for us though? Please be. I was playing this a little bit last night, not on this build, but on one of my other ones, and there is a straight up guy, if you look closely during like the melee of it all before these guys come out, he runs and dives headfirst into that thing. Ah, there it is. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, we still need damage up for sure. Nice. We got the depths. Oh, and there's our medium soul core. This will just chuck us back out here if we die in there, won't it? That should... Right, guys, before we do this, we're going to empty our inventory. This is only our second time seeing this thing. So it's like a yay kind of moment, you know? Game is done slightly better since I switched to the Steam thing with the loading issues that we had.
How can I advise?
For the most part, still really freaking out though. We don't have anything we can drop on that either to see if that would give us... Yeah, we're just gonna vendor you. Okay, Serby.
Some pretty thing.
Ah,
I like
bollocks. Oh, I'm not gonna waste on that. Okay, you can go as well. Well,
Take care. It's a deal.
while we're here, let's see, has she got anything? Oh, she does have a better life last for us. 450 over 4 seconds, 710 over 5. But if we're on low life, we'll gain 50% of the 750, which is 325. No, that'd be 650. 375? I don't know. Something like that. Math. I'm breaking the number one rule of streaming, guys. Don't math on stream. It's better, basically, yeah. Essentially. Oh shit, wrong button. Reduce charges used. Cool, so we can use it more as well. We only have one of you, so we'll not bother dropping you on there, but... so that was worth coming back for, because we've needed that. Lou, have you seen this far into the game in any of your playthroughs? Ah, so they leave when you jump out the area. Okay. Sir. Rude. I never finished Act 2. Got way too hard for my builds. See, like, I understand that. It comes with practice, that, though. Would you like a couple of pointers? Basic pointers on how to go around, like, the basic things that I follow personally to make my builds. I can very quickly give you a few things. Just a few verbal pointers. This delay. Oh, they're coming for me. Shit.
Lightning!
I think the biggest differences between us is you actually craft the gear you need. I try to. I have the slimmest understanding of how to do the crafting. I have an idea of what mods I want on my gear. I look for a good base with, say, like earlier I was talking about an energy shield and evasion is what we will need in the end game. Just now I'm looking for anything that has armor and evasion. So that's where I start. I'm like, okay, what does my build need? Now you'll be able to answer that for the end game part of it when you have a lot more experience and once you've been there and you've experienced it all. That unfortunately a few bits like that do come with time that you need to just hang in there with it. So I'm going to quickly go through a couple of things real quick and then we'll keep playing. Number one, you need to always throughout leveling try to get your resistances. Individual resistances are they are fire, ice, and lightning. Those things are priorities. I'm only surprised to see that a random piece of gear is worth loads of money. When I'm just looking at it and think, nah, trash. There is actual apps that you can use to like I posted a video on a Discord about recently in one of the sections on there about using the new player market stuff. In the guide there's mentioned a couple of apps that you can use to price check things and find out how much they are worth, and then you can put them in tabs. But yes, real quick, you need resistances. You need to get them as high as you can while leveling. By the time you hit end game, each one of those needs to be 75 or over. If they aren't, you will walk into maps and get one shot by trash enemies. Pretty much by every one of them. So you have to do that. Next thing, if you're going to life build, you need at least a few hundred, 150 to say 250 or more life per level, per act even. That gives you a bit of a cushioning. And then your defenses, you need to figure out if you're going to be, if your skill will buff off of evasion or like that kind of stuff. It might not. If it does, like there's a lot of the ranger stuff builds you can do that stacks from dexterity, and there's a lot of totem builds that will stack off of dexterity, and basically it means that for every 100 or so dex you have, you can have out, and like you can do things like have out extra totems or turrets, like that kind of thing. And you can just take that as high as you can. People have like 2,000 or 3,000 of that stat and just go insane with it. but my main one is for at least trying to get a thing to a build to endgame is you want to jump on the wiki and look how your particularly chosen skill, what's in the, it's not proc, what's the word? Like the damage number goes up in a certain way. You want to look for that point on the wiki for your chosen skill and start working with all the ones in mind, start working to get that to go up. And then you'll get to a point where you will need better gear. And by that point, you'll be able to sit down and be like, right, okay, I need this gear, and this gear. Like, we're still lacking on damages. Holy shit. Wait, is that crate? Oh, it is. I should have expected that. Like, we're combining a good couple mechanics at the minute as is. Now, I'm only comfortable doing this because I have a bit of, I like to think I have a bit of an understanding. Like I say, people have been playing the game for 20,000 hours, literally, like, no exaggeration. And they're still, like, they will still say that they learn new stuff almost every single time they play the game. So, I mean, that's PoE overall, not PoE 2, obviously. That touches the part of my brain that refuses to look at external data. Yeah, understandable. Yeah. I mean, you can always ask me. I've used quite a few of the skills in this game as well, and if I can help you with your build, I'd happily do that. And you can import your builds and stuff into Path of Building. Again, that's external data though, isn't it? If you do that. Like, rare dude, will you die, please? What is going on here? Crit resistant. That's fine. We're not doing crits. Is he must have been evasive because of the because of the cloud. Yeah. But yeah, if you're playing and you have questions, man, just like in all the other games, feel free to drop me a message. Be like, what do you think of this? Or like, you know, do you have a bit of advice? Like, I'm happy to do that for sure. Because to be honest, if the PoE player base doesn't help each other, like, it's just gonna destroy the community, you know. And I was like, where's my health flask? I was trying to press it and it just won't go. Okay, let's see, we need to put that up. So that was 44. When I update that, guys, you do see the change on your side, like, after I've done that, don't you? On the little damage counter. Ah, it's closed. Balls. Okay. Excuse me. I will say sorry for that. Stomach will be like, grr. Okay. I am not, you know what? I think it may not, like, Twitch has been thing, he's still doing the weird thing. So if I crash, guys, please be aware, because it is slowly popping up warning. Ooh, you know what I'm gonna do? Try to head it off. OBS priority real time. Is there a way I can make something just run in real time priority the entire time I use the software? Hopefully that might help that a little bit. And to be honest, I think it's this game as well, sending like too much, like, not the right stuff I need to OBS.
That should be enough. Back to the central chamber.
Thank you, Henry. It says 44. Yeah, cool. I'm glad.
Oh dear. Now we just have to remove it from that giant.
Thank you, Henry. It's so funny. I'm sorry, but he sounds like Henry Cavill to me. Whoa. Ow. This is a cool boss. Oh, don't click off screen, Kyle. What the fuck? Nice. There we go. Oh, he gave us a shitload of them. Oh, fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. There we go. Ah, we staggered him. Excellent, excellent. Where are you going? Are you going to do a big... That's it. Oh, there we go. Excellent, excellent.
Finally, I have what I need.
Oh, next mana flask up. Cool. Okay. GG with an exclamation point. Thank you. I love that though. Like, so we heard a little bit of lore earlier about when the guy was talking about putting a certain somebody in his own soul core. Yeah, so the Val, a little bit, you'd think with so many snakes, it shoot in every direction, right? Don't give GGG ideas, although, like, please, no, we don't need them to do that. It'd be cool, but no, like, no. The Val studied corruption, like the corruption energy of the beast, the big bad of the game, and they start to harness its power. That's why you see all of red. Like, this is corruption energy running through here to work them machines and stuff. Now they started using something, they created something called soul cores, where they sacrificed willing individuals and sometimes criminals, and they used it as a form of punishment as well. But to run all of the devices, they needed the soul cores, and basically what they did was they poured people's essences into these crystals, and they started using them as batteries and power sources, essentially. Yeah. And yeah, so some of them get big. This guy was particularly nasty for them, which is the person we heard in the dialogue earlier. Excuse me. And he... What the hell is going on? There we go. He didn't get put in his soul core with other people. He was that bad. He got put in his own soul core, and then they imprisoned him in... I don't understand why they imprisoned him, the soul core, right in the cock spot for that construction, though. This boss was a person once, yeah. Literally everything in this game was a person at one point or another. But the dialogue, do you remember earlier when we were sitting going through the dialogue and it was just scrolling through and the guy was talking about putting somebody in a soul core on their own? That was this guy. And corruption changed them. Now, I think they made this as like a drawing or a painting or an etching thing, in the corruption energy from his core brought that to life, and that was... and it took chunks out the walls and stuff. But yeah. Hi, girl. You've been fed. You've ate all your food. You've not long been fed, though. Do you guys want a pretty? Like, I'll try to the best I can. But there you go. Happy kitty. Happy kitty. It's just a quick one today, though. You're so cute. Thank you for being such a cute girl. Thank you. I need my screen though, so come on. I need you to move a little. Thank you. So if you don't know much about the background of the bow, like, be prepared, because shit is gonna get dark real quick. And we need over here. We're done in this area for now. We need to head back to town. Right, I will be right back. I need to go refill my water, and I need to go and grab a painkiller for my head. I will be 2 minutes, guys, yeah? Lure, or somebody please do the thing. I shall be right back. And because my, none of the scene switching